Here's a quick story about how I was briefly involved with Janet Jackson's Velvet Rope album cover. Now, I knew nothing about the album project when they reached out to me. Those details were top secret. But this image arrived in a FedEx package, and the first thing I thought was, wow, Janet's a redhead, which was so cool because I'm a redhead. Now, as I studied the image, I was reminded of vintage pinups. I saw elements of a comic book goddess, and stay with me, a hint of Velvet Elvis. You know, those kitschy velvet paintings from the 70s? There was just something about the way that Janet was emerging from the darkness in that image. I took out a piece of vellum and a soft pencil and loosely sketched this concept quickly without too much overthinking, just trying to capture the pieces of all those different references combined in my head while hopefully keeping some of the initial qualities that Janet René liked about my cartoon work. Now here's where the story takes a hard left. My car was broken into and they swiped my briefcase with these sketches inside. Then fate stepped in once again. The mother of one of my high school students found the scattered sketches in a nearby parking lot and I actually got them back. Crazy odds. All right, now back to the drawing board, literally. That sketch took a beating, so my first mission was to scan it and salvage what I could. Now it's time to start executing the final piece in color. I loved the rawness of that original sketch, and I wanted to maintain that quality in the final version. Now, Photoshop at this time was still pretty new and was mainly used for photo retouching, not really for painting or illustration, but even with zero experience doing so, I thought, hey, I can totally paint this digitally, right? Ambitious? Perhaps. Naive? Without a doubt. So there it is, the first attempt at color. It's not great. It's flat, it's very color by number, and nowhere near the dynamic, textured masterpiece that I'd envision. A real rookie move. I was eager to get some early feedback before investing too much more time into it, and I thought that if they saw any potential, I'd have a chance to refine it. Both Janet and René were incredibly gracious in their email responses, offering generous compliments. But despite those encouraging words, the silence that followed spoke volumes. I realized there would be no chance for refinement. The opportunity ahead quietly slipped away, leaving valuable lessons behind. Living with this classic album now for over 25 years, I think we can all agree that Janet absolutely made the right choice here. Years later, I pulled the sketch back out after the onset of a neurological movement disorder called focal dystonia. I'd lost the function in my drawing hand, but I wondered if, after a decade of learning, I could rely on those digital tools to bring my vision to life, even just to prove it for myself. I'd say not too shabby considering all those twists and turns. Looking back at the way that I'd stumbled right in front of my fave turned out to be an unexpected masterclass, a real nudge to level up my skills and grow. It was a gift that in the end was absolutely priceless. Thank you, Janet and René, and thank you for watching.